Elec Head is a previous game from the creator of Ooh, which was a really fun discovery knowledge-based platformer. So I'm hoping we're gonna see a lot of the same here in Elec Head, where we are a cute little robot that apparently has to deal with the fact that all of the electricity has gone out. Right now it seems like the base mechanic is as touching thing is enabling electricity to go into various objects. So let's see how many mechanics this game will manage to squeeze out of that and what we're gonna be doing. Well, first of all, spikes. Right? You're gonna die. There's even a dead robot there just to let us know, but you know, still had to test it. Okay, we can jump up here, but right now no way to go further up, so I assume this is purely right now to allow us to jump over there, but who knows, maybe in the future we will learn something to let us go even further. Okay, so in this case, we've got a platform that becomes enabled when we stand on the blocks touching it, and they disappear if we're not touching them. Again, once again seeing, oh, there's a tunnel going up, but right now we can't reach it, so something for later. I assume we're going down, and therefore we have to hop up to unlock this hole. Here we don't want the blocks to disappear because we're gonna die, but so as long as we keep going on the surface, everything is fine. And then we just jump up to continue. Here we already got the blocks enabled, so all fine. But I guess what we're trying maybe to do is to fall down this side, but that seems pretty final. If we do that, that's it. So let's see what we're gonna find down here. Okay, there is a screen we can enable. Poop. Fine. We found nothing here. The developer is just like, haha, here's a poop for you. Okay, we can sort of slide on the walls, but we can't double jump or anything like that. Okay, well, I guess this means this is a dead end, and what they want us to do is, actually fall down this hole here. So if we jump up, we can fall. There we go. We solved it. There's another screen. Is there gonna be another poop? No. It says go down. Okay. If we push down, we're able to fall down through platforms, which means we can go down here. Yes, okay. So there's platforms to go back up, and there's holes we can fall down, but it looks like we just want to go through that final hole so that we fall on this platform and can continue. Okay, there is light bulbs that release electricity that will zap us to death. Well, I learned that fast. But if we jump, we're good. We're good. There we go. And we've got a bunch here. Okay, so light bulbs above will stop the deadly rays from crossing by. But we can just go through down here. Yeah, pass on this. And pass here. Okay. There we go. Another... Okay, here we're learning that the chains also pass the electricity, and therefore we will die if it goes down the chain and enables the light bulbs. Nothing like just coming into a room and immediately dying because I just jumped on something. Okay, here we've got a lift taking us up as we stand on it, and going down as we are off it. So right now, just go up. Yeah, there's a side entrance here, but I'm like, but what if I just keep going? Okay, there is also something here we can go to, and there's another screen that we can't enable because it's only connected to the ceiling through those chains. So like, if we're standing here, the ceiling is on, obviously we can't see into the other rooms, so that might also require us to have some additional abilities or knowledge that we can display later. Yeah, this all seems to be somehow dependent on us being able to go up or come from another direction, because I can't jump up there. So I assume we're going to that side exit we saw next to the elevator. So what can we learn here then? Okay, we've got platforms on the sides. We've got like a hanging platform. We can enable it by attaching this wall. Okay, so it goes down when powered, and that means we can now jump on it. It doesn't go back up when unpowered, unlike the other elevator. There we go. Okay, there's again something up, but we can't go that far, so let's just continue through here. Okay, so this is more of the blocks that enable because we're touching something, but here, if we're blocking them while we start touching, then they do not appear, right? So we can just do this to jump through. And I guess here we're gonna get into the whole wall sliding because we have to remain in contact with the wall to keep powering the blocks so we don't fall into the spikes. And okay, so this only resets with the checkpoint, and while we're touching this base thing, that lift is falling, it's moving away from us. So we probably have to minimize our contact. So yes, we're able to jump on it before it goes too far. Okay, and that's as far as it goes, so we can't continue going up like this. The spikes at the bottom, so we wanna wall slide here to maintain contact, and then jump to keep going. Yeah, did it. There is a dead robot in the corner. What did he die of, right? Because normally we see them like on spikes and whatever, but he's just dead here. Okay, we've got some blocks that appear to block us. We can come from, the bottom here and then touch the wall to enable them and we go through. But now I'm like, but what if I go down? Ooh, there is something here. So if I'm touching all this, there is a panel at the bottom. And then, can I keep sliding to get here? And what's this? Okay, I've collected 1 of 20 somethings. Is that like a secret just to get? Like, is that an upgrade of some sort? Or did I just collect a collectible? Found a secret room 1 of 20? Am I already doing better than Ooh, where I've completely failed to find any secrets until after I finish the game? Okay, but again, too far for me to jump into the gap up there. So actually I'm wondering if there's something to the side at the bottom. So if I keep sliding as I go down, but then I jump through here. Oh yes, there's another room and there's another one of those chip looking things and I get 2 of 20. So that's a secret within a secret. And then I go up and go through here. Okay, so that's where that leads. Cool. Yes, immediately intriguing with the whole, if it looks like you can go somewhere, you should probably make sure you do it, which means all of the places I've seen where there is a way to go up but I couldn't get in there, we will need to re-inspect those later. Okay, we've got another dead robot because all of those light bulbs are deadly and dangerous. And there is chains going up and we're going up. So do we have to remember which chains are connected or not to the bulbs to not kill ourselves, yeah? Okay, we're through, and then we can go to the side, or we can go back down. We can go back down, but we're gonna fall on the light bulbs here and assume we immediately die. Yes, we do. Okay, so once again, there will be a way to get around this, I'm sure. There's just more places to remember. There's also a security camera, so that's interesting. Okay, we've got the lift there, so if we touch the ceiling, it's gonna come down. I'm not sure yet what position I wanted it. I guess here I'm allowed to jump on this. Oh, because I would not be able to otherwise reach that level from here. Okay, but the checkpoint restarts the lift, so I have to be using my head to bring it down where I need it. Cool, and then I jump through here. And more tunnels up, but not available yet. The music has gone quiet, and I guess we've reached area 2. This is like the teleports again. I pressed Y on my controller and I died. I also realized that I can put this lift down by just touching this wall because the platform's... Oh, but no, I can't. Because then I have to go for the checkpoint and that resets it, yes. So I was trying to figure out how to use this gate teleporter, but when I pressed Y, I exploded and died, so there is a self-destruct button. Okay, it seems like we have a menu to browse the different sections as well, and there is like an outline of those chips here, so is that telling me, hey, you have 3 chips to find here? Okay, so it's just that we can't go to different teleporters, obviously, because there wasn't any at the start of the game, and we haven't had the other areas. But yes, I think what it's telling us, we have 3 chips to find in this area. So we'll have to keep an eye out. Okay, well, here we can only go down. Okay, yes. Here it's telling me press this to go back to that teleport menu. Yeah, okay. Because we want to now use the knowledge of the fact that we have to enable this platform to get out of here, because otherwise we're stuck. And they also made sure that you definitely hit that checkpoint while you came down here, so you can't just use your death to get out. Okay, well, it's teaching us we can teleport from the menu, so I shall do so. So it's not quite like the teleporters where we had to find one to then go to another one. Okay, so I have to be basically touching this wall while I go down so that this platform is enabled, and then we're through. Okay, well, I guess I'll slide here as well, just in case I need to enable something. Okay, there's another chip there, but that one's different. That one has a different color, because I assume this is not a secret. It's just a chip to let us go through that wall. Like it's a progression unlock. You have to pick this up in order to get through. And that's another one. You're gonna die if you don't do this correctly. So we have to like save ourselves from falling onto the spikes. Curious about the 2 platforms up, but again, it's not gonna take us anywhere right now, right? I just want to make sure that maybe I can't jump on something up there. So if I do this, yeah, I'm able to get onto the middle, then jump on this. And no, I can maybe. Ah, there we go. There we go. One of the yellow secret chips. So now if I go to this menu, yes, it shows me I got the first chip. Nice. So they have been secrets they want us to find all along. But then I'm like, if those ones are in the menu, right? What about some other secrets that you even don't know about from the menu? Okay, let's continue through. Oh, we can see a chip here while we're going down, but it's up that way. And currently, again, we can't jump that high up. So this will be something we have to do later once we've got some sort of high jumping ability or something like that. Okay, well, we have to do something to be able to go right, because we can't jump that far. But so starting with left, there is a screen here. Screen says up plus X. That doesn't do anything. Because up makes him loop up, but then X, like at the same time, hold it. No. Nothing happens. Okay, on the keyboard. Nope. Not sure what that means. Is it supposed to be like some sort of jump trick? But I don't know how to do it. Because if I jump first and I do it, also nothing happens. Well, we have path continuing, so let's see. Some spikes for us to get through. Oh, okay. Some chamber with a big chip. Okay. Something special's happening. Got the big chip. Got an achievement. Okay, now we've got a aiming thing. It says X. Okay, now X means we've lost our head. And there's a countdown. I'm not sure if it means that's when head will return or that's when I will die with no head. That's when I'll die with no head, okay. Well, that taught me something. Now, another thing I've noticed was that, yes, the head is the thing that provides the electricity and my body does not, which means I can throw the head and make something powered, but then that's the only thing that's going to be powered. That's probably usable in so many ways that we're going to learn about and discover, which now makes me think that that screen, I was like, this doesn't work, because that's what that was about. Because here we want to throw our head so that, yes, we can jump over with this platform enabled. And here we can't jump on those blocks, but if we do what the TV says, up and X, our head will land on that platform and enable the stairs. We just have to be quick so we don't die. I mean, not even that quick. So here we need to throw our head across, but that's not far enough normal throw. Okay, if I do it while I'm jumping, that works, and then again, just have to go quickly collect it. Yes, now what does that mean for that chip over there? Ah, I can drag it down with my head, so that's another one for the collection. Obviously now we can't go back to all of those other places we've seen before yet because there isn't a return path. So we've got light bulbs. If I just throw my head on the light bulbs, I die, yes. The head is the important part of me, the rest is just an attachment. So that means if I throw my head across, then my body can touch the light bulbs and not enable them, and therefore I won't die. So in this case, that means if I throw my head, the light bulbs disable while it's being thrown so it can go through, and then my body can sneak through on another level because I'm not enabling them. Okay, now we have this thing which I can't cross until I collect that great chip, but I'm too big to fit. But if I take my head off, then I'm not too big to fit. So another part of it is making ourselves smaller to fit. Now we've got another chip to go through. And we've got a series of light bulbs. So yeah, we're gonna need to not have our head on. Oops. We're gonna need to not have our head on in a way that doesn't enable those light bulbs. So leave it over there. Quick, before I explode. Does collecting the chip count, or does it gonna reset the whole thing? Yeah, okay, reset the whole thing. So I need to make it through the whole place and get back to my body before the 10 seconds is over to do that. Oh, I can probably throw my head onto the shelf like this, because then it's closer to me when I climb up to get the chip. I say this as I fail to jump up. Oh, I probably have to pick up my head first. Don't worry about the chip right away, because there doesn't seem to be enough time to do both immediately. Oh, what? Okay, there we go. For some reason I was falling down for the platform once getting my head, but I've managed to do it. And yes, now I can collect the chip and go through. Okay, we've got ways to go up here, but obviously the light bulbs were gonna kill us unless we do something like that. But I'm also curious about the side path, but hard for me to sometimes say like which way is the way I want to go and which way is the way to secrets. I assume this is gonna be some sort of, there are light bulbs at the bottom and they're gonna kill us. But yes, can I, if I drop my head, can I go through here and see which things are connected to light bulbs and which are not? Can I also fall through this side here? No. Okay, well that should be enough information. So now we go up top and jump in there. So I think it's like, this one's fine, this one's fine, this one's fine. Then those two are not fine and we can't jump over two, but if we send our head there, then we're able to stand on those intermediate ones and pick up our head at the end. Yep. Ooh, is this some first power station we have re-enabled so that the world can have power again? We're saving everyone. Like in Ooh, we just save ourselves, but here we're actually saving everyone. Okay, can we make this permanent? Because it seems to be like if I get off it, then everything turns off. So how do we make it permanent? Since, you know, I can't just leave my head here forever. Well, sorry, no electricity for you because I need my head. And we've reached another portal, but that means I did miss one of the chips in the previous area. I'm gonna have to get back to that. But I think let's continue, because of course the further we go, the more we learn, the more we might unlock. And so here we learn that we can explode ourselves, which I've already learned doing it myself. But now it may become something we may want to do more. Okay, we've got some barrels. This lift goes up and down depending on if we're touching the stuff or not. But we can quickly get our head in on there and then it stays down. And then we have to jump up to get ourselves up. Oh, that's more moving platforms, yeah. So they're gonna meet in the middle as we're touching them. And then we just have to get ourselves through. And we're out. Great. Again, another way up we cannot yet reach. And just sending our head there is not bringing us anything right now. More barrels, more... okay, so we want to send this lift up across so that on the way back we can jump onto it. Too slow, too slow. There we go. And here we can just jump up further. Okay, we've got a couple lifts here that swap positions. So I want to get my head on this platform, but without it getting attached to the side. Actually, I wonder what's to the side there. So if I just get the lifts permanently down and I just go in there as my body, is there anything I can reach before I explode? Oh, there is a chip, but you know, I think that's for later when we've done the lifts. I thought there might be something there that's useful, but it doesn't appear like that is. Yeah, if I stand at the edge, because like the problem is that the head takes a while to get there, but if I stand at the edge, I can just about slide it on. And then if I throw my head up, I can get up here to do something. I don't know, stand on this lift if I want to. But no, I think all I care about is just to get down here and go across. I now I'm wondering, like, but the second lift wasn't doing anything. Was I supposed to do something with it to solve it and I just cheesed it by sliding my head on? Well, I'm through. There might be something else later on with some secrets. I can go up through here. Okay, that's the blocked part. So I can also go down through here. Oh, that's out of checkpoint. That seems like some sort of gimmicky thing we have to deal with. It might be that the checkpoints will reset. Yeah, they will reset as getting that chip. Now I'm like, can I just drop my body down those little holes? No. Okay, so whenever I saw those tiny holes in like the ceiling or the floor, that's not a way for our tiny body to go through. Now, if I grab this chip, can I jump over the checkpoints to not activate them? The answer is yes. Okay, well, there we go. That's a silly puzzle. There we go, made it through. Okay, another set of platforms to go up. And then, okay, we're too big to go there. And we can't put our head in through this because it will just get stuck on the wall and then we get that. And so what do we want to do? Do we want to throw our head up here to collect? And then quickly go with our body across the hole? Yeah, I think that's it. Just need to get there before we explode. Okay, we've got another chip to open this barrier here, but when this is activated, it will move the platform across. So if I stand here, we get the chip, and that opens. But we're gonna be stuck here, because we have our head on. If I throw my head across, will it? Yeah, I can continuously pick it up. I just have to be standing at the back of the platform. Is jumping enough to do this? Yes, we can jump for long enough to get us across. Didn't need to do any head tricks. Nothing here, just some barrels. Another lift going up, but there's also a hole under the lift that we can definitely go down in if we can figure out how to go under it and get past the spikes. Okay. Yes, definitely don't want to also get squished at the top. So if we go here, but way late enough to go through, yeah, we can go through and fall into this hole. There we go. Secret chip for our collection. Is there more? Oh, okay. We're also learning that there are secret passages that you only uncover if you approach them from the right side. Okay, cool. Anyway, let's not die of the spikes and continue our adventure. Okay. High up platforms, not sure yet how to get on them. We could get our head on them probably, but that's not gonna help. And spikes here and another platform that we need to get extended. Well, we can't get it extended by touching this wall, and it actually extends quite far. But obviously it's gonna start rolling back as soon as we move away. Now I'm wondering if we can get our head on it while it's moving back. We just have to get a bit more of our run up. So if I throw my head up here, I wanted it to go on top, not on the side. My head. That was a pain. Okay, so my head now landing on the platform, which will move to this side. So I can climb here and pick it up. And now I will be able to go on this platform, yes. But now I'm like, oh, but what if I went back with the platform, like continuing to jump? Excuse me 1 second while I set that up again, right? Because there is somewhere we can go on this side as well, not just immediately up. And back on the platform. Just doing our little jumping dance to get across. And there we go, another secret chip. Don't see any further exits here that we could go to get extra chips, so I think we're done with this one. Okay, back to where the game actually wants us to go, and let's see what's up there. So the checkpoint here. Got blocks here that we need to enable by patching what? Right? They're not... I guess they're patching that platform across. That could maybe enable them. I think I might be able to do it from the bottom here. So if I jump here and throw my head, it doesn't fall back down. And yes, now the path is enabled and I can make it through. Onwards. There we go. More platforms that are moving. I can already see those spikes above there. So that's gonna be preventing me from doing what I've been doing so far, which is that I've been jumping. I think now is the bit where I continuously throw my head to disconnect from the platform and yes, jump off to get off it and continue. So now pattern recognition of the rooms, right? Previously, yes, this was under or over a secret passage, and apparently, yes, this means I can now go down through here into another secret place. So that's good to know that we're still dealing with this sort of... If the room looks another room that had something secret in it, you know what to do. Oh! Okay, that was moving a lot faster than I was expecting, so my head got left behind and dropped on spikes. So I think here we're gonna be... Oh no, because even jumping here is a dangerous game to play. I wonder if it's like, leave your head here and run away with the body or something. You have to do this whole thing really fast. No. So this one's tricky, and obviously it's a secret area, but it's like this platform moves really fast, which means if we jump on it, it moves too far away from under us for us to live through that, right? Like we can't get back on it jumping forward. If we throw our head forward, it also moves too fast for us to get the head on the platform as well. So this is tricky. Like we can sort of throw our head up here and then our body survives and the head doesn't drop, but the next room we can't get through because we don't have the head to power the platform across, so that's not a way to get through it either. We may have to get back to this one, right? Because we're able to just come back to areas through teleportation, because that I assume would be our third chip for area 3, but that's fine. We've got a dead robot here. Why is he dead? What killed him? Okay, there is only our body can make it through here sort of tunnel. And so, it's similar to another room we were in, right? Where we have to put our head on here and then run quickly before we die, except now the path is a lot more complicated, and yes, our time is not enough to make it through that easily. And so I wonder if there's some additional trick, or is it just go faster? I was like, I wonder if our head will fit if we just throw it at the right time, because the cursor does go there, right? So actually it doesn't seem like we need to leave our head on that platform, because that would just be a repetition of the other thing. No, we're just taking our head through this way, and then we just go after it. And I'm like, oh, there may have been something up there when I exited. Let me go check. Can I jump up here? Yeah, there is a chip up there. Okay, so we have to make it up there. Grab this chip quickly and then get to our head. There we go. But that's interesting, because that means we've got free chips for area 3, but there was still that platform secret that I kind of said, oh, let's leave this for later. So what's that about? That's an extra secret that, yes, I definitely want to see, but right now I'm not quite sure how to defeat it. Okay, more platforms going up. What are we gonna be doing here? What can we see? There is a lift that needs to be powered because we won't be able to jump through here. So is it gonna be, yeah, we use those platforms here to basically leave our head and that makes the lift go down in some way? Yes. So do we use those platforms here to power that lift so that it comes down and gets us, and the other platforms were just for us to see that it's there. Okay, and then we just jump up to get up because our head is powering it when we don't want it to. Okay, continuing on. There we go. We're in area 4. I mean, it's telling us there are 6 areas, so doesn't seem like maybe this game is so long in its base form, but of course, there is all of the secrets we have to find. And also, actually, it says there's a question mark after 6, so it's also not that there is just 6 areas. There is something else. Yeah, well, so what does area 4 has in store for us? Well, it seems Area 4 has a secret passage in store for us. I was like, oh yeah, that platform looks quite high for what we would need to reach. And that's because there is more to find here. Okay, well, what's the secret then? A screen? Oh no! They got us. Except they didn't, because there is another passage here. Is this just double poop? Wow, well, let's keep going. Triple poop? Yes. The dev is just tricking us, making us look at screens full of poop. And there's more and more dead robots down here at the bottom, just of, they saw the silly poop pictures and were like, well, I'm quitting. Is this gonna be another picture of poop? Yep. Thanks! And there isn't even a secret passage in here. Now, is this entirely a joke area, or is there some extra secret I'm supposed to find in here? Curious. I mean, it might be just a joke because of how easy it was to find the secret above the other platforms. They were like, nah, we will teach you that there are secrets, but they're not so easy. Even funnier if I die here, the way the screen gets covered up, it also kind of looks like a poop shape. Okay then, you had your fun, Dev. I'm leaving this area then. Thank you for this gift. Okay, we've got some dead robots. Oh! Well, now we know why. When we enable this wall, fireballs come out. So we have to jump over the fireballs. Yep. Quick. We're just an innocent little robot and they're shooting fireballs at us. Okay, there will be fireballs when we come down. Okay, so this is like, it requires electricity, but once provided electricity, it's permanently powered, unlike some other things which get disabled and enabled when we press on things. Which means we may be able to like throw our head to avoid some of them getting enabled, right? Because now we only have to put together, we only have to deal with 2 of them being on. And now we've got spikes, we've got a chip to open this part down here, but we also have the cannon. We also have the fireball devices that will get powered when we power that bridge to go over the spikes, so that would be fun. Well, let's grab that chip and run away. Just have to remember to, jump through. There we go. And we're through. That's an interesting room shape, and especially that there is the little connector to the side here and there's another pipe that lights up. So what is the meaning of that? I mean, so far, no secret passages. Oh, there is secret passages, that's for sure. And we've got fireballs here. Where do we even want to go through here? There's a checkpoint. That goes up, but we can't jump that high. Curious. Because yeah, even to go up, we will have to enable the fireballs to jump on those little invisible platforms right now. But that's for going back. Like, what do I need to do to even find whatever secret is supposed to be hiding here? Because, like, what's this about? I can't go up here. I'm more and more like, is there some ability I will have later? Like, in OO, eventually you get double bombs, right? So, am I just needing to unlock something first before those secret areas are all accessible to me? So one thing about the fact that the fireballs, once they're on their own, means yes, we can use that to get in the rhythm, right? Because having it enabled just as I jump is gonna shoot me in the face, but this way I can have some control over when things happen. Because now I can try and jump on the platforms while the fireballs are off. Okay. Well, that's another place where I'm like, I have to come back here and see if later I have more ways to get through to whatever secret there is hiding in there. Okay, so that was another way I could fall down into this corridor. But that's still not giving me anything to collect here. What is the meaning of this? Is this a trap rather than a rewarding secret? Is the game being mean? Okay, well, I'm out and now I have to be careful not to fall into this trap again then. So that means we need to jump over it so not to fall. Yes, thanks game. Trapping me. Okay, that's the chip we need to get through. I assume we just send our head up between the things. Yeah, there we go. Okay, there is a, once again, path up, but I do not have enough jumping power to get up there, so doubt it is. Another screen, another dead robot. Another poop. So now I'm like, damn, am I even in an area I want to be in, or am I lost? Why is there fireballs there? Okay, so secret passage there, through with the fireballs. Okay, and it connects to there to let me go through. Just need to quickly get up. Okay, and that lets me go up here. Okay, so it's not about me being able to jump more, it's just about opening an extra passage. Another tall tunnel. There's a lot of those, so now I'm like, are they secrets or are they just tall tunnels? And we've got the light bulbs again and fireballs as soon as we touch any of this. So the light bulb being on actually stops the fireballs going through to this side. So if we do this, right, we're free to be here. And then we just have to get through to the other side before the fireball gets us. Okay, there we go. Made it through. So this is us learning that the two hazards from before interact with each other in some specific way. Again, seeing another bit there that's just like off the screen and questioning whether there's secret passages, but now I'm like, but the previous one was a trap, so do I even want to know? And we've got more fireballs. A lift. Okay, we could jump up here, but that doesn't power the lift, so that's not super useful right now. And everywhere we could stand to power the lift is kind of like fireballs. Because it will go back up in the time it takes us to jump to avoid the fireballs. So for this one, we want to maximize the time we are in contact with this layer in order to get the lift to come down. But obviously, we're limited by the fireballs being here. And there has to be something to do with this middle shelf because nothing is ever there just for no reason, right? Because that means we can get here without activating the fireballs. And then we can do wall slide here. And then we're able to jump on this and actually reach it, but then we have to do jumping up to the top so that the fireballs don't kill me. Okay, well, we've got a plan. Okay, now hop, 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 so that we don't get destroyed, and we're through to the top. Okay, we've got shelves going up. Anything on the sides? Anything for us to find? No. Let's go up then. Okay, we've got a dead robot, a chip up there for us to grab, and the fireballs again. So we can get obviously in there while the fireballs are running this way, but we're probably gonna struggle to get out before they get us. Yes, that is definitely a problem. And so implication would be that we wanna not have our head on where we go jumping up there, but therefore is there enough time for us to grab this and come back? I think there is. Yeah, there we go. Just race against time. Okay, here there is up, but our head didn't bring us anything if we just send it there. Okay, well, I guess we're going over here then. Another dead robot, because if we touch this, the fireballs come. Now once again there is like just a bit of wall at the very bottom of the screen. I was like, it's suspicious it's there, and I've seen it in a few places and I was like, is that a secret? But then didn't always find anything. So I wonder if there is something there. I'm not sure if we can... Yeah, there we go. Secret tunnel for a little chip. So yeah, I have to return to those couple places where I saw like the little bits of wall at the sides and figure out how to get in there, because there's definitely something there. Any extra exits on sides or anything like that? Doesn't appear to be. Anything here? Oops, so we're just going out. Well, at least one secret then. Okay, so that was accessible through this tunnel, but obviously here there isn't that much of a indication that there would be a secret tunnel. While here there is. Okay, well, now we just have to go past the fireballs and continue in the tunnel. I'm like, is there more secret exits? Ah, okay, they run faster than I do. So that's why that's a problem, because I was like, oh, I'm just running the same direction as they are. But no, they are faster than me, so we'll have to figure something out. And there were like light bulbs there, so we had to jump over them. No, we don't even have to jump over them because they're up to... Oh, the light bulbs destroy the fireballs. Yes, that's a thing that we have to use. Remember from before what we have learned. So when we get to that room, assuming I have enough, yeah, like this, we get to destroy the fireballs, so we have a little bit more time to run away from there. Pile of dead robots. Oh no, there's like a jump through wall that you can't see. So we have to jump at the end there. That's why the pile of the door robots is about. They're like, yeah, there's a further trap there for us to consider. Okay, so quick. Turn the light bulbs on. And then right before we reach the edge, we have to jump to disable the wall. And then down here, quick, before the fireballs get us. Okay, we made it. Action sequence complete. A lift going down when we're on it. Oh, what's up there? Wow, that's a big block. It's the earth. Have we restored the power for all of the earth? No, we have not. We just get to look at it being all lack of electricity. Another portal here, but it's high up, inaccessible. Okay. Throwing our head there means we can activate the portal, but now we're just gonna die headless. So now if we use our menu and pick 5, then we go to the portal and we're actually up here, so we can continue. But also, so many. There's 6 chips. I only found 1 and 4, so lots of secrets to find later. So we have go to the side or go up from here. What's up here? Let's check first. Oh, lots of jumping. Okay, we made it somewhere. There's 3 chips just locked away in here. Okay, there's like various gray chips that should be opening the logs bar. Not because we have timed puzzle until we've unlocked things. We have to collect enough chips to actually get this to be accessible to us. Well, I got 16 out of 10. So is that enough? Okay, that gets us access to the first chip. What's next? Do we have to do this again? How many do we have to collect in order to get the rest of the chips? Do we restart it with the checkpoint? Okay, got 20. Definitely throwing the head efficiently and then coming back up to collect it gives you some extra room to get chips that are like on the opposite side of the room. But I assume we're gonna have to do even more this time to get this third chip. How many this time? 30. So it tells us with the outlines where the next chip is gonna be. So I wonder if I like just put my head there. Will it auto-collect it? Yes. So we can then do loops like this. Yeah, the head gets it automatically if it's already in position. No, that was silly. Not even close. Closer, but still not it, but my head is upside down. It didn't go on right way. Oh my god, just in time. Finally. Some of them, because the patterns are random, some of them are a lot easier to do than others, right? This one that I've managed to do it on, it was very nice flowing in terms of I was getting chips all the time while running around, while others, previously I found that yes, I would like get a chip here and then one chip in the opposite corner and I would spend a lot of time running while not picking up anything. So part skill, part lack, I would say. I'm sure people get ridiculous numbers on this because they're very skilled with throwing their head around. Anyway, got the 3 extra chips from here. So that's why this area has so many, I guess, because 3 of them are like a skill-based thing rather than a secret tunnel. And now off to actually do the rest of this level. Okay, so this way, we've got up, we've got down, we've got a platform moving sideways that I assume we need to use to get up there. So for some reason we can come down here, and so we can throw our head to touch the lift. Okay, the lift does not reset when it's not being touched, which means, yeah, we can position it under this gap and we can jump on it and then move along. Okay, that's nice and not too complicated. They're going easy on us. Okay, now we've got 3 lifts. Oh, I assume we want to position them into some sort of stairs just a little bit so that we can make the jumps. And then they will move down as we're jumping on them as well, so have to account for that. I wanted to like use it to jump up higher, but accidentally hit the checkpoint. Okay, move this about half. Move this here. And carefully not to touch the checkpoint. Okay. And we're up and away. Okay, we've got the chip opening the wall, but if we jump to get it, we're gonna get this temporary platform to disappear and land on the spikes. So do we have to get it off the jump? No, because we can't make it to the other side. Or at least not with the jump I've done. Do we leave our head here so that the platforms are on at all times, collect the chip with our body, and then we're good? Yes. Okay, we've got this area where the blocks are blocking us. So we wanna throw our head so that we get our body just in time to stand on those blocks, and we're there. But there's a secret passage absolutely up there. I can see it. Just need to time it right. Can I get what's there without my head on? No, that's not enough time and I need my head to solve it. Okay. Well, we know there's a chip there, but we just have to do it. Because yeah, I have to do it in a way that I will be able to get my head while I'm going up there. Oh wait, if I get the chip, I can jump from this edge. But because I died, it reset. Okay. Okay, so get the chip. Then I can get my head, and yeah, we can go from this way. I have tricked myself into making it more complicated than it actually needs to be. There we go. And here we can get the chip without much problem once we have our head. I guess this was just prevention for us not being able to do it without the head. Okay, well, back to the main route. Okay, we've got a big shaft we're just gonna jump down in. Ah! Okay, we've got a moving platform and fireballs. Platform stops moving while we're not on it, so we have to jump over the fireballs and then land back on it. Good. Okay, moving platform there, because we need to get our head to the other side to activate the platform we can jump on. But obviously this has limited movement by doing it like this. How can I get my head on that platform so that it can go all the way? Because it feels like that little nook is there, so if my head is on top of the platform, it will get pushed off and drop down on the lower thing, which is where I wanted to activate the shelf. But generally my head goes... Oh, okay, the top is also connected to that platform, so if I throw my head here, and yeah, then it will drop onto the platform from touching the ceiling. And yes, it gets pushed down, this gets activated, and I can come through, pick it up. There we go. Okay, once again, we got up and down, and we've got spikes, but now obviously the change is that the shelf is protected from us just getting our head to touch it, and that external part is not connected. Can I fall in there and throw my head sideways as I'm falling? So yeah, go on the shelf, but not like that. Well, actually, like that, because now I can just jump on it, because I was like, oh, it's on the side, it's not gonna work, but it is gonna work. There we go. Because if I landed it on the top, it would be stuck on it and go all the way past me and leave my body behind, so this works. Is there poop on this screen? Of course. Thank you, Deb. So thoughtful. There's a dead robot, as if they're telling us, you know, this is a dead end. Robots come here to die. But that cannot be it. There must be something more here. Like, there's something at the top for sure. And yes, we can touch it with our head and it makes the lifts come down. So yes, the poop is a lie. Yes, and that makes little steps for us to be able to go on them. There we go. It was not a dead end. The dev is a lie. Okay, there is things happening here, because we can go to the side, right? That's the next checkpoint. But there's also platforms up here that potentially something's going on there. Now I got my head stuck in there. So how would I reach those without being able to like double jump or anything? Because the lifts, they only go down. Ah, secret tunnel! Of course. Suspicious ledge. Couldn't just be nothing. Okay, here we've got a checkpoint down here, but anything we're touching, we're basically enabling the light bulbs that are going to kill us. So what do we want to do? Do we just want to leave my head outside? No, because it's still touching this whole ledge. Like, it's connected to this part outside as well to enable the bulbs. So the only time I'm not touching is when I'm in the air. If I throw my head sideways from here, yeah, the bulbs are not on, but that was not far enough for it to then not act. I mean, nothing will be far enough, right? Because yeah, I would have to make it all the way through, which I cannot do. It's a robot party! Like, leaving our head outside feels like too far away, right? We won't be able to do this whole thing and come back. Like, unless I leave it on that shelf. But that still feels like we're not gonna be going here for a while, right? Like, I'm already on 5. Yeah, and I'm dead. So I can pick up the chip, but there's nothing I can do with it. But interestingly, when I'm in here, even though it's lighting up the thing, the bulbs are not activating. Oh, it's because the secret passage completes the circuit. So how can I have it not close? Okay, if I leave my head there like this, that works. Great. Okay, I just need to quickly get my head back again. Ah! 1 second remaining. There we go. I figured it out. I was like, yeah, I thought that when I threw my head out, that was a thing. I've unlocked the Halloween color theme, because yeah, when I started the game there was options to change the color theme. There was a few of them already, but now I've added purple, orange, Halloween. There we go. So a secret that's not even one of the chips. It's an additional secret we don't get to know about, which might also explain that one other place that I went to, I didn't finish it yet with the super moving platform. That might be like another thing there, but yes, that solves the secret tunnel here. That still does not answer these two vertical parts that come down, and that clearly are something because the shelves are leading there. So there is more questions about how we get up there, but I'm not sure I know how to right now. So I will have to run through it again because I have chips I missed and all that stuff. So I may just leave it as another one of those. We'll get to it later. We'll see if I learn anything else that will help me with this. And so what's here? We need to activate the top so that I can jump up. So yeah, if I get my head to touch the ceiling, it will turn the things on. But that's not long enough. Okay, made it by doing it off this shelf instead of this ceiling. Okay, we're through then. Okay, we've got another 2 big verticals. Can't go up, but can't go down. Ah! Fireballs. I think I need to throw my head up while I'm on that shelf to avoid the fireballs. Yeah, because then my body is small enough to go underneath. And then, yeah, I join it over here. There we go. I'm like, is that hole here big enough for my tiny body? No, it's not. Okay. Okay, another chip that needs to be collected. I can just do it with my head, but then I can't get my head back. So we can go up through here, then throw my head so that the shelves will open. Okay, but I have to jump down before the top one appears so I can land on the bottom one. Okay, so throw head too early. Okay, gotta time it just right so I can, yes, grab the bottom shelf and then grab my head and we're free to go. What's next? We've got a checkpoint in the middle, we've got some spikes we can't go under, we've got a shelf. Okay, we have to get our head on the shelf again so that we can travel above spikes. Well, oh, but we have to jump over the checkpoint because otherwise it will reset. So the checkpoint resets the shelf and like the level, but not our head. So actually, if we get our head on the shelf and then wait for it to be on the other side and hit the checkpoint, then we get the head to fall and we can pick it up. Clever, clever. Okay, what are we doing here? Because once again, we have those shelves that move, right? We want to get them in the right place, but also we have this here platform that's not here. Because once again, we want to get the head all the way across, then reset the shelves, and then have it fall down on the other side so it activates the platform. So if we do it like this, the time is limited. Oh, now we have to reset it multiple times so that it falls on that platform. Okay. Tricky, tricky. Huh. I wonder if I have to drop it earlier. I wonder if I have to drop it on this platform here in the bottom one while it's in the middle instead of trying to go to the far end. So while it's here, because yeah, then it will ride to the end and I reset it like that. Then I just have to be faster picking it up and not get stuck. Okay, that's the better plan for what we're doing. Okay, quick, quick, quick. Run, run, run. Yeah, I did it. Okay, so now I have to actually take those platforms up as well. to get out of here. Yep. There we go. Problem solved. This room is suspiciously empty with just those platforms going way too high into it. So what's going on here? Any secrets? No? Nothing's happening when I'm like jumping on the walls, throwing my head around. Throw my head up. Didn't grab anything. Like, too suspicious, but I'm not seeing anything here that actually opens up when I do a bunch of the things I know to do how to check for secrets. So obviously I could like throw my head randomly up there, but again, not seeing anything happening. I feel like there's a trick I'm missing, because yes, there was a bunch of places where I'm like, this is suspicious, but I don't yet know what to do about it. Okay, well, we'll revisit this place too. We've got a lift that goes down, but there's definitely something up there. This is all connected. Okay, because that lets us go hit this checkpoint and go here. But I assume we just go further down? No? Oh, lets us hit this checkpoint so that we can return and then go under the lift. So yeah, we hit this checkpoint, the lift resets so that we can go under it and jump down. That's all there is to this place. And we've got a checkpoint in this hall. Nothing special in this room either. Okay, nothing so far. We've got platform, we've got fireballs, but now it's like too many fireballs to just throw our head over them. We can throw our head sideways, but then the platform doesn't move and it still gets hit by the fireballs, okay? I'm like, if we throw our head enough, can we fall into the hole, and then we fall into the hole? But I've just said throwing it sideways doesn't super help because then it just hits the fireballs. I guess an option is I throw my head on and throw my body on so that we are two separate parts where we're on the platform and we can just ride under the fireballs. Ah, secret tunnel, yes. I'm like, always jump at the walls just in case secret tunnel. So we gotta jump on there to get the thing to be active and let us in to jump on the next platform. Well, the thing is, if we just throw our head, it collects the chip, right? But then we're headless, and once again, the rooms are perfectly designed to prevent such shenanigans, right? So we definitely want something to happen that we jump up there from this column and our head is touching the wall so that we can activate the horizontal platform. So if I touch this and I jump, it stays on, but if I jump enough to get on it, obviously I disconnect and that thing just drops. Okay, basically, if I can get on top of this pillar while it's on, and then from it jump sideways so that I slide down the wall, I will slide onto the horizontal platform, which will then be on, and then I can jump up and get the chip. It's just how do I get on this vertical pillar without it turning off? Oh, okay, so with enough trying, you can just about get it so that you jump high enough to get on it, but not so high as to jump over it, okay? And then we have to, touch the wall as we're going up, and then we can jump up for the chip. There we go. So then we can just walk across this, because without the head that wasn't possible, and we get black and white color theme. Okay, so some of the areas are not marked as collectibles. They're just extra things that they don't even tell you you can really get. But I'm gonna stay with my Halloween outfit. And yes, I almost jumped onto spikes there. Onward then to the next area. Okay, we've got another chip we gotta pick up by enabling platforms. Yeah, okay, we just have to catch our head on the way down here, I think. Or maybe not. Maybe we let the head fall so that it enables the second platform and then we can pick up the chip and get the head again. Yes, change my mind mid-plan. Okay, we've got a checkpoint and they have a screen that says up 6. Okay, well, we have another one of those. Put our head on the shelf, use the shelf to put our head. But what do we want to do with the 6? Do you want me to wait to 6 to do something? Okay, because it's going. Okay, it's going off screen, so it picks where we want to reset. Ah, okay, so we get another shelf and our head is coming to us. Okay, but then what, right? Because now I'm just here on this shelf that's extended. Do I throw my head sideways and then collect it on the way? Yeah, okay, so we just throw our head and do this to keep going. There we go. Wow, that's a fun one. We're like, no, you can't see what's going on, but we're gonna tell you how long you have to wait. That's fine. Okay, light bulbs again. Classic. The only thing I'm suspicious about is that middle shelf, because is that connected to something? I mean, it's connected to the top, but it's not connected to the bulbs, so we can rest our head there, so that when we're jumping on the bulb-connected platform, nothing bad's gonna happen to us. Okay, we've got more of those platforms on a chain that need to be enabled by our head. Okay. So we can do that while we're jumping, get our head up there, but that's not long enough for us to jump across. So there is some trick. I mean, the trick is probably that if we... No. I was once again like, oh, because if the head falls on the shelf, but the head can't fall on the shelf, right? Because as soon as the head starts falling, the shelves are disabled. So it's like, how can we make the head stay up there for longer? Oh, I know how we can make the head stay up there for longer, because I was wondering why is that middle shelf connected by that chain up top. And yes, I have just fallen, so reduce my timer quite a bit. Okay, so we want to rest the head in the middle, then quickly run and jump on the platforms without falling. Get the chip, then quickly get across, get the head. Right, my last second. So now don't die on the way back as well. There we go. The door is open. We can proceed. There we are. Portal 6. Supposedly the last one. But the question mark remains, right? So we should not assume that this is the end. Okay. We've got bulbs again. So some head tricks required, but also we can just get on top here. Well, we can get on top here and see that there's a portal above us. So that's a thing, because obviously we can't get back down on this side. We can activate this portal by throwing our head on there. So now we're able to get to question mark just by teleporting. And apparently there are even secret chips on the question mark. So we have 12 out of 20 chips. So this is, you're not getting in there unless you've gone everywhere and collected all the chips area. Okay, so message received. Here is collect the chip, but also risk your life while doing so. And here's a repeat of another puzzle, but now there are spikes at the bottom, so we're gonna die. Yeah, the top, again, the chains are coming from the top, so where do we even have a connection to the top to do this? Here. So we would have to leave our head all over here. And there's also this thing, right? How do we... Because I'm pretty sure if my little body goes on spikes, that's also death, right? So how could we pause? Like, we can't double jump midair. That's already been a problem for something. So I'm like, I think I could do this secret if I double jumped or something, but that might of course not even be an ability, and I'm just missing something else obvious. So yeah, I mean, if this is the question mark area, obviously this is probably like super complicated puzzles that I don't even know what's gonna go on with them, because yes, I would have to leave my head here, and I have only the standard 10-second countdown to collect this and not die, because I assume, yeah, the chips don't count unless they kind of, after a little bit, get absorbed into me, so just grabbing it and running does not give me the answer, right? It's just gonna reset it to where it was. And therefore, I am further like, am I just missing knowledge or missing an ability? One of those things. And especially with this being the question mark area, I assume this is supposed to be like endgame, you've done everything else sort of thing, and I don't even have all the chips. So maybe I should return here and actually deal with what this is supposed to be. Where I have to just get across those bulbs without dying. Yeah, can I make it by just throwing my head across and running through? Okay, here we've got death, because as soon as my head touches any of this, yep, death. So that's interesting. Option is obviously leave my head here and see what's in the next room. Can my body just solve this problem by ourselves? But I'm gonna go with no, that is not a thing. Is it some sort of skill-based collect your head as you're running, keep throwing it to the air? Okay, so I think it's possible. I think it's possible to throw your head sideways, run, jump, get the head, throw it again, jump, get the head, right? So we're only touching the light bulbs while we have no head. But we have to do it quite a few times in a row, no failure, in order to get through. Time to enable all our gamer skills. There we go. We're through. Yay! Okay, what we have here, we've got more light bulbs. If we touch it, the light bulbs will get us. Really, there was a delay. Oh, there was a delay because the blocks, yeah, when they go up through, then they will connect. So we have some time to go across. Don't throw my head up. Okay, we have to just do it against the timer of we also want the lift to be down enough to pick us up, but the blocks not to be high enough to kill us. Okay, here we don't want to be touching this because we want to get through, and then we're just off to the other side. Okay, another bit where the blocks will go and connect to the light bulbs. So we need to do some variation of throwing our head to the side for long enough. I guess now we do not get as much time because the blocks are not in a depression, so it's much faster for them to travel up to the light bulbs. Okay, so I think this is another older knowledge, because if we put the head where the blocks are, then it prevents the blocks from appearing, and that's how we can trick this puzzle into letting us through. New area. Okay, we have to get those shells activated so we go through, but we can't just throw our head up there because of all the spikes. This goes up and stays up. Okay, so that's interesting for us, because I assume we want to get on it then, or at least we want our head to get on it. One of those things, but it's only enabled by this bottom thing here, and we can't jump high enough to... Ah, okay, while it's moving up, it's gonna form the connection with the little shelves. So if we just put our head down there and we wait, we get to do jumps onto the platform. You collect the chip and then we run as fast as we can to get our head again. I'm like, is there some secret up there? But that would require me to be up there and have my head on, which I'm not sure that's doable. Okay, we've got dead robot again. The game is threatening us. That's too high up for us to jump on the blocks. Okay, I was wondering if this was something like this where, yeah, we have to once again use the mechanic of the blocks don't all appear at once. They are built from the bottom, and so we do this intermediate pop-ups without our head on. And yes, that was the answer. Okay, so here we might be doing similar thing, except there are two columns and they're quite tall, so... And I assume we want our head back on once we get to the top, because we have to continue, right? Here, we just had to collect the chip, get back down, then have our head back at the bottom, but here we're just gonna keep going, so we can't just go our body again. We need our head. Can we do it by touching this platform with our head? Oh, but then it goes from the top because it builds from the side our head is touching, not always from the bottom. So that's interesting. Okay, but that means we can jump up on this pillar, do the same trick, and this is already there and our head is up top and we can just pick it up. And then we can fall down so we can, you know, do it again just to prove we're really capable of doing it. There we go. Hop across. and actually make it through. Got another dead robot in a corner. They're really threatening us with like, you're gonna die here. We've got a platform that moves. Okay, but it does return if nothing is touching it. We can't just do it by touching the side. So, like, if we had our head here, it would just stay here. But obviously that does not help, because then we're just going without our head. So if we're down here, normally that doesn't move the shelf. But if we're touching this wall, the shelf moves all the way across and then it completes the circuit. So now this floor activates it, which means now we can throw the head up here and maybe get it on the shelf as it's moving. We just have to do it the right way. Actually, like, I was like, oh, I could maybe jump up, but no, because as soon as it moves just a little bit, the circuit is no longer connected, so it has to not be. I guess if I'm touching the wall while I'm jumping, I'm still completing this circuit, yes, so the shelf doesn't move. And then I can just hop up here, and yes, the head didn't actually need to take a ride on the shelf. That was not what we needed to do. Okay, we've got platforms left and right, but we need both to do it. But I was like, oh, if we just throw our head, that's enough. No, because then we lose connection for that shelf we're standing on to be available. That would have been too easy. So we have to jump once we throw our head. Nope. Too early for me to land. And I assume those platforms here... Oh, they do connect. So can I like place the head in between so that it touches both? If I just like do it pixel perfect. Yeah, there we go. Now we get two sides activated. We can pick up the chip quickly and we can get our head back and we're free. Let's go to this section. Okay, we have a very fast moving lift and a dead robot. And a secret tunnel. Of course there is a secret tunnel. Okay, when this is active, robots die. Can I really quickly jump through the platforms? No, I cannot. Can I throw my head up while I'm there? Yes, I can, but my head is still going to die while it drops down and touches the platforms. So that's not it. Like, unfortunately, I can't like take my head and like junk it down through the platforms on the way to make it just fall down without touching, but we're gonna have to figure out what else. If I jump, I might be able to get the head to land on the other side so that I can be down there, but my head is not. Yeah, but I still have to jump out of the hole before I get killed. And also I'm not sure how that helps, that I will be on the other side. Maybe there's another secret passage. Yep, okay, made it, but there isn't a secret passage. Well, what now then? Die is the answer to that. So the problem here is that we have to stand on the platforms in order to be able to go down, right? Like we have to do this move. But if we have our head on, as soon as we touch that, we're dead, right? There isn't enough time for us to land and then push down, because when we land, even if I hold down, we don't go through. You have to specifically land and then push down, go through, so that takes enough delay for the bolts to kill us, because they are instant zap. And any sort of throwing our head up or sideways, if the head can't make it through the shelf, then it's over for us, right? So tricky. Again, this is just a side secret area, so I might just leave it for once I've figured out the rest of the things, see if there is anything I can do. Okay, so this is where we want to go, right? We want to go up, actually. But the problem is that this lift cannot be tricked by us jumping, because it's very quick to go down. And even repeat head throwing is delayed enough to basically get us to go down significantly. Like, I'm spamming the button as fast as I can, and it's still proving tricky. Okay, well, there is a timing to do a perfect head throw, but yeah, okay, well, just spamming it did it. I'm not sure if yes, the requirement there was like have such a perfect timing, because I've done it a couple times in the spamming where it didn't even activate. I threw the head so fast, but I'm not sure I have the skills to actually do it when I'm trying to do that. Okay, we have lifts going down, form a connection through the middle blocks. Okay, because we have to have them both down in order to get across. That is the problem here. There's obviously some importance to the fact that once the lift is fully down, it creates a link that with the middle platform that makes them both stay in position, right? That is important. But once we lose connection with this middle platform, we're no longer passing the power through. Okay, doing like a little shuffle to just about touch both the platforms, got them both locked together. But now we have to carefully keep touching all the walls so that nothing disconnects. And now we're here. Cool. Secret passages. I was immediately like, there is something up there because that platform is going way too high up for what we would need for normal jumping. Okay, we've got another one of those blocks go up sort of thing. So if I throw my head out, I can do the little jump base to get the thing. Oh, but then I'm stuck. I'm stuck in here. So that's the extra difficulty they throwing up at us here. I was like, we've already done this. That's way too easy, right? They wouldn't just repeat the same puzzle. They put us the same puzzle with extra steps. And so what are we doing here? Like, I basically want my head back on by the time I'm doing the jumping on the blocks. Oh, if we throw the head there on this thing, when we collect the chip, the platform's gonna disappear and our head will disconnect, and then the blocks are not there, and we can make it through, and we can pick up our head, and we can continue. Yes. Can't beat me. Okay, that's another color scheme. Some sort of pink and lime. Okay, it previewed, but then it went back to Halloween. Okay, well, let's try this one then. Okay, back to the main route then. Off to see what else is in this level. Okay, we've got platforms that are small and platforms that make connections, but I'm not seeing any devices that actually use this. Other than this fireball. Well, we know how to deal with that, because what we're going to do about this, we're going to reset everything by going on the checkpoint. Oh no, because I was like, oh, we can just get over, like, I was planning to, I throw my head here so it doesn't touch the triple platform, and then everything is reset, without realizing that I also have to go here. Oh, but no, because our head does not reset with the checkpoint, which means if we throw our head there, do a checkpoint, we've reset the fireballs, we've got our head, now we haven't activated the fireballs yet, right? And then throw head again, we haven't activated the fireballs yet. Throw head again, no fireballs, we can go through, we can get the chip, go down, get our head before we explode. Yes, tight but doable. There we go. Okay, big hole. Okay, it's telling me 2. Is this like, you've not collected every chip in 2, so that's where you have to return to, and then if I do that, it will tell me 3, 4, 5? Like, is this just telling me where I'm missing things? Or is this telling me, hey, if you go to 2, there's a secret there? I mean, there is. We can go here. Oh, interesting. So it's showing me different areas of the game on the different screens. Oh, it's showing me that there is a secret on the title screen? So if I do what it says here, return to 2 and then just go left. My main thing that I thought about, like, yes, if I do that, that's fine, but I don't have a teleport to here. I'm gonna have to like return a bunch of times. So maybe let me look at all of those things first. So yes, there's that puzzle with the light bulbs where I had to see what the chain stuff was and jump down. But maybe, yes, now that I have the trick with throw my head forward and go forward over light bulbs, maybe I can make it across to the right side of that screen. And then we have the title screen. So it's giving me some tips as to we have to do those secrets, because there doesn't appear to be actually an exit here, because I was like, oh, I'm gonna go back but I want to see all of those things first, and now there's nowhere else to go. Okay, so title screen. Somewhere at the start was this puzzle. I don't remember where exactly, but I will know it when I see it. And portal 2, just go to the left. Okay, so let's select portal 2. And it says go to the left here. Nothing happens. Okay. Well, thanks for those instructions. Or was it just like go to portal 2 and that's how you're gonna get to back to those things that it was showing me on the next screens? Because if I now go back through here. Yes, okay, so that gets me to that room with the chains. I can go back down here and then I may be able to do the head throw stuff. Remember to throw my head while I'm jumping. Yes, there is something there for us. Okay. Ah! Didn't jump on the edge. Okay. Made it now. Yes, there is a screen. Of course! What else it would be? There is fireballs on that wall that are gonna destroy the security camera. Because that's where that one of the security cameras was, right? Oops. I assume that all resets, so I have to do it again, yes. Okay, fireballs are on. So we're hoping it destroys the security camera and that's something. But now I have to make it through backwards the same trick. Or is this to make a hole in the title screen so that we can go through? Okay, it didn't destroy the security camera, but it's showing me that there is a secret tunnel here with the fireballs. Oh yeah, because we probably saw the ledges and I was like, how could we possibly get up there? Secret tunnel is how we get up there. Okay, so this is new. This is a new type of level. Right? Oh, we're gonna die because that platform's connected. Nope. Because yeah, I'm like, I want to get my head on that second platform, right? So I don't die. But then I want to get it on at the end. But I don't jump that high. Yep, I have to use the medium or the middle platform to get my head across to enable that shell. Okay, I get the feeling we've gotten into the tricky time. As if it wasn't tricky so far. Okay, so what we have? We have the shelves moving across. Yeah, don't jump because you will die. And what we want to do here is to get our head on some of those things. Because we can't survive if we jump forward. So if I do this, yeah. So if I throw it up, can I make it off the shelf while it's still going up, right? Yes, jumping here just about gets it, but then what? I have this shelf here. I can throw it and make it move back, but I still have to be careful when I catch it because it will kill me on the way back. Okay, so here, head up, jump off on the ledges, head back on, throw the head forward, jump forward. Okay. We're here. More shelves. Okay, that one stays. We will make connections as it goes through for the chains. But yeah, we have to get the head on top and then we have to jump in time of things changing. Okay, did it, and now the head's gonna get pushed down so we can catch it. There we go. Okay, big tunnel down, and we're somewhere back to the start, I guess, because this is to help us get back to the title screen where we're gonna get that other secret tunnel. Okay, through here. This is another place where there was like platforms up, but then nothing, but right now not seeing any extra ways to do something. Oh, but how am I gonna get back here then? Oh, but now I wonder with those things, can I use my column power thingies to get across somehow? Like get up there? Yeah, there is stuff up here, but I need my head. And also it's blocked by some blocks. So what is that about? Because that was again themed like the secret area. So yeah, two problems is like, how do I unblock that block that's up there, but also how do I get there with my head on, right? Because there isn't a ledge for me to throw my head on and then pick it up top. Because I mean, that would probably allow me to maybe get back through here, because right now I cannot reach this area. Okay, well, my other possibilities, of course, go back through the areas and make sure I've got all the collectibles, so that then it will allow me to go to that place where it said I need 20 out of 20 collectibles, and then maybe something will happen that will further allow me to access the start. And so my first missing one is somewhere towards the end of area 2. Okay, so climbing up here, there is that... Oh, there's just a chunk of wall at the edge of the screen. So yeah, I wonder if this is like... secret tunnel. Yes, it is. Definitely a thing. Well, but that puts us at 13 out of 20, so we still got a bunch to find. Interesting, on this screen we only have 11, and there's only 17 of them. So somehow I collected some already that are not even counted on the screen, but that means I'm gonna still miss one for the 20 that I'm gonna have to find somehow. So that's gonna be an interesting new hurdle. Okay, so I've got in theory everything in area 3, but then missing 2 in area 4. So we can just go straight up there and start looking. Okay, so there's this place that goes up. Did I solve it? Is this the endless poop corridor? It is the endless poop corridor, so still don't know whether there is something here to find or is this a big joke. Okay, so here's another one of the areas where there's just a piece of wall visible through. Okay, we can go in while we're small. That's why I couldn't get in there before, because I didn't think to throw my head before pushing against this wall. And then there is this bit, right, where I just said, this is some sort of trap, because I couldn't find anything to do here other than die. So is there more secret tunnels here? I know, because this is all, you just fall in here from that other corridor, right? So maybe it is still just a trap. Okay, another area with just a bit of wall on the other side. And yes, we can get here. Oh, we can get here by throwing our head, but we can't do anything in here? Is that little dip in that wall there another entrance? So we may be able to like get through higher up? Yeah, there we go. A secret entrance over there. But then we have to be quick returning to our head with this chip before we explode. Yes, almost, not quite. Okay, so here I guess it's best to leave our head at the bottom, so we can just quickly pick it up while we're coming back. Get it, and yes, there we go. That's everything in 4. So off to 5 we go. We're missing one at the very start, apparently. I mean, it's interesting that it's showing us it's at the very start, because the very first 3 we got is in that challenge area up there. So, like, how close to the start is that one that it comes before what we get by going up there, right? Like, is it in this room somehow? Maybe it is. Maybe that's what's happening. Okay, but how do I get up there? Across the wall that's high, too high to jump through. Is there a second secret entrance? I mean, alternative is that this is some sort of exit, right? Because we would be able to come up those platforms and then down here and come up here. And therefore, where is this an exit from? So back here we have this giant lift that we arrived on, right? So we were coming from down here. Is there like a secret in this wall? Okay, there's something here. I don't remember this. Screens with poops. As always. Thank you, Dev. Okay, yes, so this is where we're gonna climb back out, I guess? Onto the thing I've just seen? Yes. Okay, so what's going on in here, then? There's screens with... Oh, okay, if I touch them again now, they do spin. So I have to get them to give me the chip. Obviously, I messed it up immediately because the first one I got pooped. But yes, if I turn them all on, and then I can make them spin, and I just have to time it. Nope. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Yes! Give me my chip. There we go. 16 out of 20. Now we can get out of here. Okay, back at the portal. So now we have one at the very end of 5. But of course, like 3 of them were in one room, so it could be anywhere down from here. Well, let's look around and see what I can find. Okay, so I previously got a chip walking up from this room, which means it's somewhere after here. If we believe like this is progression pace, which so far they have been filling in order of where they are in the level. So somewhere past this room is that final one. Okay, so we're back towards almost the end, and there's this, again, the platforms that I couldn't reach, right? So how do we get up there? Okay, there is a secret tunnel here. I'm not sure how did I not think about this before. Should have been obvious from this layout. And that gives me another chip. But that's 17 out of 20. And that's everything in the normal areas. Then there's still 2 marked up in the question mark area. But then I will still be missing one. Like, one is unknown. So I was like, oh, it's nice that they show you, but apparently they don't show you everything. Well, off to the question mark area then. Back to this place, trying to figure out if there is a way out. There's still those platforms here that are somewhat suspicious. I'm like, what are they for? Do I like leave my head here and then it does something here? Like it does power this wall up, but not. Oh, there's a lift. Okay, well I guess we're going up. Oh, okay, so this walled off area was to show us, oh, there's a lift, but you can't go through here. I was like, can we destroy it? No, that's not what they were telling us. Okay, we're back on track, going somewhere. Finally. Okay, we've got fireballs that are gonna turn on, but I assume we might be able to outrun them. With the light bulb, we can destroy them and gain some time. Then quick the chip and... No, not fast enough with the chip. Okay, we gotta figure this out. I mean, option is leave our head here so it keeps destroying the fireballs. Yeah, get the chip, open this, and yeah, get back quickly, get our head before the fireball catch us. Yeah. Okay, we're somewhere, not sure where, but let's get in here. Okay, there's a screen that's not powered, but it's connected to the ceiling here. Okay, so if we put our head here, we should be able to power it. Okay, arrow down, so secret tunnel underneath the screen, I assume. There we go. Okay, we're going. We're finding something. More crazy puzzles with chips and spikes and moving platforms. We're gonna be going under here. Everything is connected, plugged in, all that stuff, except for that platform that we need to move. So to move the platform, we need to be touching this wall. It resets when not touched. So leaving our head here would get the platform moved. Oh, it's all connected because now the platform stays there. Okay, so we just have to slide down against the walls to keep the circuit going. Yeah, because then platform will move if I'm not smart about the fact that there are holes in the place. Okay, let's do this again. Use our brain better. Okay, and we want to stick to this side. Yeah, we're standing. And then what, we throw our head sideways? Will that be enough time? No, not enough. The platform is not fast enough. Okay, so what's the plan once we're here? I guess jumping a little bit so it moves more than it comes back. Okay, yes, then we get the chip and the door is open. We're making progress. Okay, another screen. Poop. Okay, is this back to the normal areas? Have I actually managed to make progress towards returning to the start? Oh wait, there's a secret passage down here. Yeah, so does that get us somewhere? It says go down. I mean, have we been here before? I think so. I think we were. Because yeah, this is where we learned like, oh, you can go for this one at the bottom and get somewhere. And we learned to jump over bulbs and all that. There's something at the bottom here. No, again, can't remember if I've gone there or not. I have not, so we got an extra chip. That is 18 out of 20, which means the only 2 chips remaining are the one at the end in the secret question mark area down this side, right? And this is some sort of extra challenge, figure it out area that I'm not quite sure how to do it. I mean, this one at least, I think is just a super speed sort of, you know, how fast can you press your inputs? Because I think if you throw your head, you're able to like jump across the 2 platforms and then maybe get your head on the way back and do something else again with it. But the timing is really tight on that. Right, like just about, but not quite. And then even if I catch my head, the trick is then to throw it back up again so that I can go further. Yeah, I caught my head, but from there I'm like, even if I threw it up again, I was already falling below that third platform, so it wouldn't have helped with the climbing. Now I'm like, am I a dum-dum jumping up and down in here? Could I possibly maybe see that the ceiling there is connected to the platform here? Do we have enough time to just run across while the thing is enabled? Doesn't appear we do. I get the feeling I tried this before. So I've been at it for a while. And while I think this one, it might be doable with like skill-based, quick jumping, head throwing, platform shenanigans. This one, I just don't see how could you possibly collect it by normal means, right? Because if either our head or body or both end up down this pit, we're done for, right? It's not like we can, I don't know, throw our head up, put our body down there, pick it up, and have it go. And I'm pretty sure also the chip has to make it back to our head. Like our body is not able to collect the chips, it's only able to trigger them so that they go to our head. So there must be some other way, right? Like for the jumpy puzzle, I have figured that yes, we can enable the platforms by leaving our head over there and we will pick up the chip, but then we do not have enough time to make it back, right? We will perish every single time. And so I'm wondering if there is some sort of trick for returning, right? Because basically if we throw our head here, our head is next to a teleporter, and what is different about this game as compared to Ooh, which obviously I'm thinking all the time about while I'm playing this, is that we can teleport at any time. And so I do wonder if we, for example, jump into here, go to the menu, teleport to this teleport, do we just get the chip to come to us? Yes, we do. Okay. Well, that makes the whole situation a lot easier. And so if we stand over here, throw our head, enable the whole thing, we can just easily jump on those platforms, collect the chip. Now, quickly teleport back to the start and get our head before we die. There we go. 20 out of 20, which means we can now go into this area and we've got everything we need to unlock this gate. Yay! Okay, what is awaiting us here? Okay, we've got a lift. We're going up. I'm going pretty far up. Really, really far up. And we've got a giant cannon pointed at the earth. I thought we were fixing the earth. What's this? Do we just throw our head in there? And nothing happens. Oh! up the earth. Well, definitely not gonna have any problems with lack of electricity if we blow the whole place up. We fixed it. And that's the end of Elec Head. Pretty fun. Again, very similar to Ooh, where yes, one simple mechanic becomes a whole host of tricky puzzles, really good brain teasers. So yeah, I've definitely had fun playing those and solving them, even though it really got me sometimes and required a lot of time to figure out. Now, I am quite aware of the fact that there was that screen that said you need to go back to the start screen, right? There is something hidden on the start screen, but it wasn't something that we needed to do the 20 out of 20 chips, because I basically stopped at the time where I was like, okay, I got 18 chips and I know where 2 are, so I don't have to go back and do it, go back all the way to the start for it. But that means there is something else there, right? We have to find our way back in order to discover it. Well, here's my game time. Here's the color schemes I found. I assume there's more because, again, there was another place where I said, oh, I'm not sure how to figure out this puzzle with this platform. I'm going to get back here. And so far, I have not. So I'm not sure what to do there yet. I may have to, once I review the footage and figure out where it was, I have to get back to it with a little bonus. But now I'm thinking like it might just be another color scheme. I'm not sure how many there are, whether I've got even close to like finding half of them or not. And I have died 563 times. Though I have to say, sometimes when I was thinking about this, I would just like randomly explode like myself just for the fun of it. So not sure how accurate the deaths are in terms of I have genuinely died because I suck versus I died because it was something to do. Okay, so this takes me back to here, to the exit for 20 out of 20 chips. So that's even further interesting because it means it does not take me to the start. And so if I want to go back to the start, I have to find the way. So we're back to this, where I previously gave up on going further back because I was like, oh, I found all of the 18 chips I needed plus the 2 I knew about. Now I'm like, there is lifts up top that could be activated here. Have I been there? Or maybe I've not, because this is the secret area theme, so yeah, maybe I've just completely missed this last time I've attempted this. And so where are we going? Okay, more puzzles where we have to get to that chip with blocks rising. Okay, well that will collect the stuff, but obviously not helpful because my head is trapped. Okay, I can do this to be able to climb, but then I'm not able to come back and meet my head again. Okay, but there's a platform at the end of this chain where the head could rest. So maybe there's something to do with that. Although that might be still, yeah, too high up for me to jump over. If I put it on this platform, climb up here and get my head, then at least I have a head on me. But yes, where do we go from there? So curious observation there. I've left the game running for a little bit while I was looking at some other things. And at some point the robot went idle, and that causes it to lose power. Like it stops powering things. Now, I don't think it's gonna help us here because it just turned off everything, but now I wonder, like, is there some secret puzzle where that helps? because that would be an interesting one. Anyway, what am I doing here? Now that I've climbed up on this chain, right, I'm up top with my head. I can't jump on the middle pillar, but I can, I think, make the middle pillar not be there, because if I drop my head in there, it will stop it, yeah, from being built up. And then I can go down and get my head again without me just exploding while I'm trapped up there. Okay, good, good. Oh, and that gets me back over that area where I was like, how would I even get back there? Okay, so I think we're getting closer and closer to the start of the game. I'm not sure what's up there. Ah, there we go. We're at the start. So it was saying that there is, yeah, a secret here. We can go here into the secret that was there the entire time. And of course I missed it because how would I know? Okay, this is the already classic throw your head while you run across. Oh, there's a secret. #1 teleporter. Okay, so it exists. It exists. It's just hidden in here after you figure out that you can do this whole area backwards. Okay, we've got a dead robot here. Why is it dead? What is this supposed to indicate? What happened to him? Or is it just it's dangerous over there? Okay, now we've got a really long tunnel. Another lift going up. Is this gonna be some other ending? Yep, we've got some other thing we need to power with our head. What are we gonna explode now? Because we already blew up the air. Oh yeah, we blow up that moon planet that was seen on the side while the Earth was being exploded. So yeah, let's blow up a bunch of things in space. I'm sure nothing bad will happen because we've done that. Okay, and now that we blew this up, moon I guess, we can see that the Earth is still there. So we get to make a choice between what do you want to blow up? Earth, moon, and yes, that takes us to another ending. So yes, pretty good, pretty fun. I am very sure I have missed a bunch of stuff. Definitely a bunch of those secrets where you get the color schemes for the game. But maybe I missed something else. Well, I guess you can let me know in the comments. Wait. Don't yell at me yet. Two things. One, while I didn't get a lot of the extra palette secrets while I was first playing, I did realize that yes, there were places where I said, oh, I'll need to come back with this, and I didn't. And then I also noticed a couple more things while editing that was like, hey, that's a secret, I should go in there and do it. And as you can see here, I have more palettes than I previously had. But while I was recording that, turns out somehow the settings on my recording has reset, and it was recording my other monitor the entire time I was playing that. So yeah, I got none of that footage because I don't get feedback from that recording as I'm doing it. So I didn't know it was doing that. I only noticed once I finished recording and went to check it. So what I'm gonna do now is go through and show you where I got those things and how I got there. I mean, hopefully that's still interesting. I apologize for this. And there's one more place where I have to actually return and do the puzzles. So we will do that as well as a proper solution in the video. So let's go through and let's see. So first thing is going to be as soon as we confirm this end screen and we get returned to the title screen, we have to be holding right while we're going. And that's because you can see on the top right, there is what looks like a ledge, right? So again, it's the little hint of there's something up there, But yes, we can only get up there by controlling our character as it's being dropped into the screen. So this is doable after either finishing the game through that second ending, or just if you're on the start screen at the start of the game, if you just reset your robot, you know, explode yourself, you will fall from the top and you can just hold right to go there. And yes, if we jump, we can see that there is space here and you immediately get the color, I think it may have been this one here, the red and gray sort of. I think there also might be references to other games, those color schemes, but again, I'm not always super good, especially if they're like older games. I didn't play a lot of those things, so I don't know. But yes, anyway, that's first of the secrets I've came back to collect. And now we have few things to see in area 3. So in area 3 we learned that between 2 stacks of barrels there are secret exits and entrances. This one goes to an area I have already done in the first run through, so we don't need to go down there, but there will be couple places where we do want to use that. First one is down here. Again, 2 stacks of barrels, we press down, we can go through, and there's another secret area. And there is a puzzle here involving a checkpoint, right? Because if we step on the checkpoint, it will reset the fact that we collected the chips, but if we just throw our head over and go over, the checkpoint doesn't activate. Now, the checkpoint resetting has a couple rules, because if a checkpoint is already activated, so we walked on it with our head on, then going through it with our body will reset that, right? So that lets us do some other puzzles where we do need to reset the checkpoint while our head is not on us. So yes, there was another palette here. It may have been this one, this white and red, very, very harsh on the eyes. So I didn't end up running with it. Because, yeah, I'm just like, that's a big learning. But yes, going through with our head activates the checkpoint, throwing our head, that means it won't. And then after getting through this section, there will be another area that I didn't go back to after I initially found it. So continuing on, eventually we get to another place with barrels, and in between them is their secret passage. So I did visit here before when I was playing, but I just didn't figure out how to solve it, because this is the one where this platform is really, really fast, and therefore jumping or throwing our head is just not a viable way to solve it, because the platform is just too fast. We won't catch it. So I think this is where a thing comes to use that I've discovered randomly. We're just leaving the game running in completely another area, in another puzzle, where if we don't move for a while, the robot just powers down and stops emitting electricity completely, right? Because that means we will be able to ride on this platform, because when not powered, it will return to its starting position. And then we just get to go over there without having to do anything, basically. But yes, that's a cheeky one, because yeah, it relies on you testing the fact that you can do nothing in the game, and that it actually has a game-altering effect. There we go. We're off because we've powered down, and yes, now we're to the position where we can jump on this platform and go through to the next area. And we've got another color palette. This is very green. I mean, by this shape, I'm like, the reference here could be Fez, but then I'm like, or maybe no, because I remember when I was playing, I guess, there was another game in there as well, reference as one of the statues, that I was like, that's Fez, but apparently it wasn't, it was something else. But yes, this color is also quite not great, like very muddy green. So not sure if that's what I would want to use to play the game in general. Anyway, that leaves us with a couple more things in area 5 that I still need to show you. So we have this room in area 5 here, where I was like, well, that's a big empty room with platforms going too high up. No way, this is nothing. Well, it's not something where we like go in from a secret entrance from another room, which is something we've seen as well previously. But it is reminiscent of a room that we've seen when we were trying to return to the start of the game, where we had those platforms going high up, and then we could touch the wall, and then if we done it for long enough, eventually a lift appears. Now, in that previous area, there was a visual hint you could see, which is like if you got into a secret area, you could see that there was a lift up top. Here, I don't think there is anything. I think you just have to use the fact that this was a trick before, and it's a similar setup to see that it's there. We get an extra puzzle to get through this area, so here we can't get our head on the platform by just throwing it, but we can get the head on the platform by resetting. And then we also have to abuse another reset mechanic where if we reset the platform fast enough, the head will not drop. It will just kind of get shuffled on the platform. So we just have to do that a couple of times in order to get our head onto the end of the platform so that it falls down on the other side where we want it. Because if I just dropped it from the near edge, it wouldn't make it onto the solid area. There we go. We're across to the other side. And yes, there was another color scheme here, but I'm not sure which one it was. Maybe this? I don't know. Well, we're off. We're off to the final location that I was able to do something about and find a secret in. So this is now in area 6. So eventually we find ourselves in this area with this lift that moves down really fast if it's powered. So we had to well, I spammed through it, but then I figured out that there is a little window of time where our head is back on our body enough for us to be able to throw it, but not enough for it to yet conduct electricity. So we're able to do this and not have the lift reset. So then we're going through to this area here where we have the light bulbs. So the problem with the light bulbs is that they are instant, right? They don't have any delay. So if we jump down there and touch it, instant death. And obviously we need to have our head on, and then going down through platforms requires us to stand on a platform and then press down. So again, there is a little delay before we're able to drop down. So I think this is where we have to use the fact that, yeah, if we throw our head and then in the moment of the catch, before it starts conducting, we need to be able to press down and go through the platforms before the light bulbs get us. There we go, like this. And then we're able to go through into the secret area, and this would have stopped us from being able to do it without the head, yes. And this was another palette, which I'm pretty sure is this one, because this is the one I finished on. So there we go. This is everything extra that I found, and therefore everything that I know of that is a secret that I didn't complete on my first run through. So if there's more, then I have definitely totally missed it. And by now, feel free to tell me how much I've missed. And was there a completely secret second, third, something layer that I haven't uncovered? Or am I mostly good with this one? So there we go. Here's the list of all of the palettes I collected. The time gets less and less accurate as this recording's gone on because, yes, I want to re-record things, and sometimes I would just leave it running while I was trying to figure out what was going on and where I had something left to do. So, yeah, that's all the palettes there in case you wanted to point out some specific amount I missed. So let me know in the comments what you thought about this one. And if you enjoy my content, consider liking or subscribing. Thank you to channel members for supporting the channel. And I'll see you soon on another adventure.